All right, Joe, welcome back into WCBI News at 6, and very familiar face right here, Mrs. Aundrea Self. And Andrea's been holding down the 6 o'clock show for years, and you are leaving us. Today's your last day, I guess.
Today is my last day. It was supposed to be a couple of weeks ago, but today is officially the last day, and I kind of felt like I left a door open, and I was just happy to be able to come back to say bye and to just kind of give a farewell that I needed to do.
And we're happy to have you here because, like you said, your last day was supposed to be maybe a week and a half ago, the 20th. And, I was out buying some gifts on Sunday, and I got the call about the news. And, if you feel comfortable sharing with everybody at home with what was devastating to me when I heard it. So I'm so glad to see you sitting beside me right now.
I am beyond blessed, Marcus, to be sitting here. I've shared this on social media. On December the 15th, I suffered a stroke. It was a mild stroke, thankfully, and the effects to my body have basically resolved themselves, and it did within about 24, 36 hours. So to be sitting here is a blessing. And I'm just thankful and grateful to have this opportunity and to be able to come back, to hug everybody here and to hold your hands and to say thank you in a proper way. But just so many people have reached out to me with thoughts and prayers and good wishes and thoughts, and I appreciate that. I have to say out loud that I am so grateful for the care that was given to me at North Mississippi Medical Center in West Point and in Tupelo. And just the knowledge and the education that I've gotten about what happened and to moving forward, trying to get myself in a place where it doesn't happen again. And a conversation for another day, but to educate other people about it as well. It's very important, listening to your body, taking care of your health, and doing what you have to do.
And you're right. We talk about it on the news so much, and we do stories about it all the time. But when it happens to you or hit close to home, it feels a little differently. And it felt different, when it happened to you, and just happy that you.
I turned 50 this year, and I thought, wow, this, welcome to 50. So, honestly, it's just my heart is so overflowing with gratitude right now to be able to come back and to sit with you all tonight. So,
and I know that you had a statement that you wanted the
viewers to
hear from you.
I wanted to read something, and I prepared it because hopefully I can get through it. Because this is really the message to everyone out there that really this is for me a surreal moment. Leaving this place, WCBI, this family that I've had for 26 years is so bittersweet for me. It has been my honor to tell your stories. And I've tried to share them all really with truth and compassion and with integrity every single step of the way. So as I'm closing this chapter and I start another chapter, I have to acknowledge some people because I owe a debt of gratitude to so many people for their love and their support. First of all, my family. Thank you all so much for understanding and embracing what it means to live with a journalist, somebody who just never turns off information, somebody who has to miss some holidays and special occasions to be at work when everyone else is hunkered down in safety for election nights and all of those other things. Someone who makes you watch the local news when you're on vacation because I have to see what people are doing in other markets. So a big thank you to my husband, David, who is here tonight. And my daughter, Emily, and all of my family, my mother, my grandmother, my sisters, my brother. They are my rock. My WCBI family, many of these people are no longer in this building because they've retired or they've gone on to other things, but I still hold all of them dear. My very first boss, the news director who gave me a chance, Jeffrey Rupp, thank you for seeing in me what I did not see in myself. My very first co-anchor and my forever friend and TV husband, Bill Gamble. You taught me to say it with conviction, everything that I said, say it like I mean it. The three photographers who taught me to tell stories with video, Tony Peoples, rest his soul, Ralph Harris and Ronnie Smith, thank you so much. My news director for about the next 15 minutes, Joey Barnes, who I also consider a very dear friend and who has stood by me through lots of things. We started here as babies together, so we've grown up together. So many talented anchors and reporters and meteorologists and sports journalists that I've had the opportunity to work with. the people behind the scenes that you don't get to see, the producer, the production staff, the sales staff, the promotions management, all of those people who make this operation work and help us do our jobs, all of them have meant so much to me. One of them is on the IFB right now, Eric Lampkin, who's like one of the smartest people I know. And I'm gonna miss you, Eric. One very special talent who has been on the other side of the camera by me for most of my career, and probably has had the biggest impact, and she doesn't know it, on my growth, is Mary Carol Sullivan. She is the brains behind Mid-Morning with Aundrea and so many special projects we've done here over the years. She helped me to find my voice, the right words to say, and how to strike the right chord every single time the camera came on. She is the best in the business, and MC, I love you. She's in the control room, and I didn't know she was gonna be here, but I love you, and I always will. I will miss telling stories in this studio. I am overflowing with gratitude. Thank you all so much for trusting me and supporting me and embracing this girl from Starkville who has been so lucky and blessed to watch and do what I love in a place that I love. I will not be far. So excited to join the Mississippi State University family, so we're still gonna be colleagues,
Yes.
Marcus. And I have a feeling that I will be seeing all of you around. Again, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. I love you all. And you all will always be my family. So when you see me at Walmart and Kroger, still give me the hugs. And we'll just reunite that way.
All right, and you heard it there. I'm going to let Aundrea have the last word, but we're going to have a special tribute to you when we come back after the break. Got some tissue for you.
Thank you, appreciate that.
I needed that for myself as well. We're going to have much more Aundrea's last day right after the break. All right, we now leave you with a few highlights from Aundrea's time here at WCBI.
The first person that comes to mind, that always comes to mind, I love to share with people, obviously, is Barack Obama, because he was the first African-American president of the United States. But the way I got to meet him really was me taking a chance and doing something a little bit outside of the box. And we sat in we were in a room, behind the stage, and we talked a little bit about the campaign, but I wanted to know more about his family, about life on the campaign trail. I met a lot of people who are less known, but they're kind of rock stars here in our area. And one of the people that comes to mind is Mother Goose. I met her, probably interviewing her for the first time, maybe 20 years ago. I don't know, probably when I first started here. But she really is a part of the fabric of Columbus. I mean, she, and just the wider area in general, but she is a person who, she crosses generations. Like, there are people's children who come to her reading hour, and they came when they were children. I think about some friends we've had that have left this world. Tony Peoples is one of them, who was our chief photographer for years and years, who I learned so much from. Ralph Harris, what you don't know about Ralph Harris, Ralph went out with me on my very first shoot in the year 2000, I believe it was. The very first story I ever did, as we went out to shoot the story, it was pouring down raining, and I was bound and determined to do a stand-up so that people could see me on TV. I actually do have a job, I'm a reporter. And Ralph was so patient. He pulled over on the side of the highway under an overpass, and probably 20 times I tried to pull together a stand-up that I could put in my story, that my face would be shown, and I messed up and I messed up and I messed up, and he told me what I should say, what I should take out, and he was so patient. Bill Gamble is, to this day, one of the most special people to me. Imagine growing up watching Bill Gamble on television, and then coming here to get a job as a producer, his producer, who he's been on TV forever. What can I write for him to make any better? So, and I'm like 21, 22 years old. Starstruck as ever when I came for the interview. He's in the room, Jeffrey Rupp's in the room, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I've watched these people. But then to sit out on the anchor desk with Bill by my side, and we just became the best friends. I feel like my job as a journalist, as a storyteller, as a news gatherer, it's really a community service job. It is. It's a commute. I get paid to do it, but it is a job you have to do with heart, and you have to have passion to do it. And so being involved in the community, serving on boards, or going to speak to a class of students or to the Rotary Club or whatever it is just an extension of what I do. The experiences that I have had here, I would not trade. So many relationships that I have formed with people that remain to this day. Some of them are still in the building, some of them are gone. They're in other markets, they live in other places, but we are still in close contact. Everything about WCBI personifies family to me. So gratitude is absolutely the word, that sort of the umbrella that everything falls under. Grateful for the gift of communicating and storytelling that God blessed me with. Grateful for the experiences that led me down this pathway that eventually led to WCBI. You get to do so much good. You're pointing people to resources, you're helping them solve problems, you're giving them a voice when they feel voiceless, and then you get so many great opportunities. I mean, gratitude really does sum it up. You use the right word there. It's all I can think of is, gratitude.